James Carroll Jiu-Jitsu. He's coming from Brian Bury Jiu-Jitsu, a very established school around this area. He's very comfortable standing or on the ground. Same thing for Corey Norman. Corey Norman has a little bit more of that catch wrestling style, which I'm a fan of. And I wonder how that's going to work against this giant man Thor.
Now I asked Corey Norman, I'm like, you're defending the title, you're 4-0, you're defending your undefeated record. James Carroll's 2-1 coming into the fight for the title. He's fought previously at 185. Is there any pressure on you? And he doesn't put any pressure on himself. The mentality behind Corey Norman is phenomenal.
He's a professional, even though he's still fighting amateur.
And he's the guy who I was talking about. We were saying MMA is selfish, and he apologizes to everyone for it, but he focuses on the task at hand. And you know what? I tell you right now, there's no kids in his class cutting up.
I bet you that him and Lizzie probably barely talked for the last 3 weeks. They probably just passed each other in the hallway and nodded.
Yeah, because she's also working in
That's
the
what I'm saying, you know? No, but I mean in general in life. They probably didn't talk to each other. They were so focused.
Yeah. Both very focused and determined individuals.
So now, if you notice, you mentioned James Carroll's fought at 185, but he is a giant man.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? He has to suck down to get to 85.
Now he probably lifted an 8-a-ton to get up to 205.
No, he walks at 205, 215.
But you know what? Like, he doesn't have to worry about that. So, you know, we'll see if this is a more comfortable weight class for him. I think it may be.
I think it may be as well. You know, being with his height and his strength.
A little more weightlifting and,
not worrying about cutting.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is an interesting matchup. And the big question is, if Corey Norman does advance in this fight, what's next for him? Does he move on? Does he stay an amateur? Does he go fight professional somewhere?
Does he want to fight professional? He's a guy who loves the sport. You know, he's a little bit older. We don't know
about it, but I think
he's a teacher.
He said if someone wants him to come fight for him professionally, he'll weigh the options and go.
Yep.
It's not really been on his mind a whole lot.
Well, that's me. He does it purely for the love.
Absolutely.
Got to respect it.
And
he does it at a high level.
I found an interview from him 9 years ago on YouTube, and he looks like a baby in that.
Really? Wow, he's got to.
Looks totally different.
Was it about mixed martial arts?
No, kind of. He was at a gym. He was like a trainer.
Okay.
And here you have it. The champion, the Cage Wars.
So, again, James Carroll's going to be in the blue corner. He's got the cornrow braids. He's got the blue tape around his wrist. And Corey Norman in the red corner with the red shorts comes out. Great show of sportsmanship. One of the nicest guys in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, definitely. You can't say that enough. Definitely one of the nicest guys. And we're going to throw it up to our one and only ring announcer, Mike Falvo.
Our next championship fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. It is for the Cage Wars Light Heavyweight Championship. This championship fight is sanctioned by the United States Muay Thai Association. Executive Director Ed Kinner and USMTA President Clint Hayliger in attendance this evening. The judges for this championship bout are Mr. Nels Larson, Mr. Steve Ward, and Mr. Michael Walter. The fight doctor at cage side is Dr. Michael Sheridan. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the challenger. Standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in yesterday at 201 pounds even. Representing Brian Bury Jiu-Jitsu out of Waterfleet, New York, he's known as Thor, James Carroll. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighed in yesterday 204.5 pounds. Representing Orchard Park Mixed Martial Arts out of Orchard Park, New York, the current Cage Wars Light Heavyweight Champion, Corey Norman. And the man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell is Dan Bergliotta.
And there you have it, Corey Norman, James Carroll. No relation. He asked me to at the beginning of our interview on my podcast if I had a relation because Me and James Carroll definitely have a very similar beard and hair color.
They do, yeah.
Same last name, but no relation. And here we go.
Coincidence.
All
right, here we go. Touching the center. James is a big man.
Yeah, he is. 6'5". Corey
Now
Norman's
that I
only
like.
about
He's
5'10".
working off the jab. I've not seen much of that from him yet. Nice. I like it.
Head movement, protecting the head. And you're not kidding when you say he's walking around at 205. He's
to 220.
201 is weighed in at.
Oh, did he weigh in at 201?
Yeah,
Wow, okay. He's light.
Big takedown right there by Corey Norman early.
Now Corey very calm, using his head to help control James on the ground. James also is comfortable. You know, that's the thing. Both these guys are at a level that this is okay for them.
I'm impressed right now by Corey Norman's takedown and how he just transitioned to the side.
He's very methodical in everything he does. Everything he does is done with purpose, even if we don't see it.
No, I'm really impressed right now how
What I'm impressed with is how he's holding James Carroll down, because with as long as James Carroll is and as strong as he is, that's tough.
Yeah, it's not easy to hold an opponent down like that.
Now, Corey does have his left arm under James, which could be an issue, but we'll see. He better try to advance his position, otherwise it may get stood up.
You know, one of the cool things is Al Morrow was one of Corey's first opponents in Cage Wars, and now they train together. Al Morrow came down to his camp, trained a little with boxing, because Al Morrow's got a real extensive boxing background, as well as he wrestled in college at D3 school.
And that's exactly what Corey said he needed help with after the fight with Hamdi Abdul-Wahab was his hands. He said his hands failed him a little bit, so that's a good thing that Al is over there working with him.
Nice shoulder. Yeah.
You know,
a lot of that. Oh.
Yeah, for the fans at home, they're gonna credit McGregor for this. This has been around for years.
Yeah,
for years and years and years. I've had many instructors that have taught this to us.
And I've seen it before in other fights, but it's because McGregor's on such a big stage.
But I just want to clarify to the folks at home.
Absolutely. I'm impressed right now by Corey Norman and his control on top.
I 100%
phenomenal
agree.
Position, phenomenal. So a lot of times, even when you're on your knees in this position, it's hard to hold.
Look at the
down.
flexibility in Corey's hips, though. He's able to spread his hips so far out that he's got such a wide base.
Yep.
Now Neon Belly's grabbing the head. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, wow. Nice little submission.
Good job by James getting out of that position. He's just such a long and big man that I think Corey's trying to figure out what to do with his limbs.
Yeah, because they're coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Corey hasn't struck too much to the head, although it looks like he's trying to get like a crucifix-type position.
He's being technical. He knows that this fight needs to be technical.
Yep. He's definitely taking his
time.
time.
And we got less than 20 seconds to go.
Solid first round for Corey
Good job
Norman.
by Thor to defend that. He felt it coming. 10-second buzzer.
Although anytime you're wrestling, the worst thing you can do is reach back like James Carroll is doing right now. So he lets it go. So it just puts you in a bad position, makes your head vulnerable no matter what sport you're doing. It's just not good to reach back like that.
Now, good round for Corey Norman.
Absolutely. Corey Norman came out, executed that takedown. I thought he telegraphed that shot too a little bit, but when you shoot on a low single like that on a tall guy, your success rate's a little higher.
And now, so we've seen that Corey does really well on top with James. Now, let's see if in this second round, if James can get on top, being as long as he is, let's see how Corey can do off of his back if he gets there.
Absolutely. But Corey did a phenomenal job, like we said, getting to the side. I think, like you said, James wants to keep him in front of him. If you're going to be on your back, keep him in front of you in full guard or in half guard and try and work your long legs from there.
Yes.
Otherwise, I think he's going to be in a tough position for the rest of the fight if Corey Norman can get him on his back and hold him from the side control.
Adam Barrett and Jesse Crozer in the corner, both Cage Wars veteran. Adam Barrett, former champion. Jesse Crozer coming off of a big win last Cage Wars.
Is that Atlas BJJ, right?
No, Brian Bury.
Brian Bury, excuse me. Here we go. Round two. Carroll back to using that stiff jab.
But the thing is, that's what James should do. He's got those long arms. Oh, nice check hook. Nice jab. Oh nice right hand by James. And Corey said, okay, let's go to the ground.
Single leg right there by Corey Norman, but it hangs on as Thor tries to roll him.
Corey has excellent awareness on the ground.
Show you the flexibility of James Carroll. Corey Norman back into a dominant position.
Side control.
Not where he wants to be.
Corey Norman does.
Well, yeah, absolutely for Corey Norman. But James Carroll, he's going to be in a tough spot right here.
James Carroll's trying to trap Corey's right arm.
Just trying to get a Lindsay headlock?
I guess so. Everybody's going to do it now. Corey
Great
Norman in
spot
mount.
for Corey
Got him
Norman.
against the cage.
Wow.
James Carroll's got to intelligently defend himself here.
Wow, James Carroll has no answer for Corey Norman.
He's turning into him. He's trying to turn into him. He's turned into him. Okay. You know, we'll take that. He didn't give him his back, but he's better intelligently defend soon.
Absolutely, but he needs to stand up and, like you said, intelligently defend himself.
Well, no, you don't have to stand up, but just at least
at least get
punches.
out of there. I mean,
at least he's still moving.
Big
Corey
Dan,
Norman just flattened him out.
Big Dan's all over this. This is a big goose egg, right? And that's the end of this fight, ladies and gentlemen. James Carroll can't do anything else. Wow. Wow, I'm impressed by Corey Norman right now.
You know, and James Carroll's not fighting that whatsoever. You know, great stoppage by Dan Mergliato.
Look at the left eye of Corey Norman. James Carroll. Wow, impressive showing by Corey Norman. Wow.
He's just very methodical and technical in everything he does. Everything has purpose.
Focused. Wow, impressive. Did you see the excitement in himself as he yells in the camera?
That's going to be a happy household tonight. They both won.
Yeah, absolutely.
He and Lizzie.
Yeah. Wow.
Corey Norman telling him to give it up for James Carroll. It's great sportsmanship.
Those kids are not going to answer back. Wow, I'm so impressed right now by Corey Norman and that performance. That was such a dominant performance. I did not see that going that way by any means.
No.
And I know they're both very skilled fighters, but Corey Norman just took it to another level.
He is so well-rounded that, you know, at this amateur level, it's going to be tough to find somebody that well-rounded at his weight.
And remember when he fought Al Morrow? Him and Al were all over the ground, rolling around back and forth. He ended up getting the better of Al, but
again,
he's come a long way.
So much further.
Wow.
Even from when he fought Nick Spencer when they had shin guards on.
Yep.
You know, I mean, his improvement has just been leaps and bounds. It's been astronomical. Up to Mike Falvo.
At 1 minute 23 seconds into round number 2. For your winner and still Cage Wars Light Heavyweight Champion, Corey